y'all, welcome back to Adventuring with Amanda. Thank you so much for being here. If you are new to my channel, welcome. I am still in Greer, Arizona with Brock. Well, at the end of this video, we part ways, but I have a lot of beautiful footage for you in this video. Starting with, let's see, I show a little bit more of our campsite. Brock and I find a super creepy abandoned type shack thing, like deep in the woods. He makes me Puerto Rican rice. We check out a scenic bridge. We go to the Thompson Trail. And just like yesterday's, or well, I guess the video the other day, I don't have Starlink now and I have to go into town to upload this video, but just like my previous video, there was a lot going on, just beautiful scenery and a lot of fun for you guys. So please like this video and subscribe if you are new here. We're gonna jump right in. Lots of animal bones around, as to be expected in this type of area, honestly, because there's so much wildlife. And with the rain, it brings out so many smells for Winston. So we are just going on an after dinner walk, letting him sniff. We are staying close to camp right now. Here's camp. Brock is working on making us dinner. Bunch of rib bones, it looks like, over here. Well, there's lots of different types. Saw some vertebrae. Pretty wild. I'm hoping to see some wildlife. I don't want to see any bears, but I would like to see something else. Good boy. I have my bucket out so I can collect some rainwater, but it's just been sprinkling now for a couple hours. What's happening over there?
I am cooking my friend's recipe for rice. It's Puerto Rican rice.
You're feeding me, basically, is what's happening.
I am going to feed you.
Well, you always talk about it and I always see it, so I'm excited to rate your Puerto Rican rice.
You're gonna love it.
Okay, we're gonna find out. I'm very excited about it.
Me too.
Y'all, it is cold. I had to put on my beanie and my pants and my long sleeves. Brock even put on a sweatshirt. It is cold and it's almost July. I'm very happy about it. There is something about being able to put on this type of clothing after you've been pretty hot for a while. So it's like 6 o'clock. I checked the forecast about an hour ago and it was 58. It's dropped since then. It's chilly. But Winston is obviously waiting for the rice to be done over there. And we're gonna eat soon and just hang out and stay warm this evening.
I think it should be just about ready.
Okay. Okay, y'all, so this is the Puerto Rican rice that Brock made for me. Winston is ready, as you can tell. I have lots in my bowl so I can have some for leftovers. Brock made an entire pot of it. And this is like the perfect meal for a day like today because it is so cold. So I'm guessing that if we go down this road, we'll be able to see the town, maybe? You think? This is where the bodies are out?
I don't know.
What do you do in
I
your
bet.
spare time, Brock?
Um,
You say you watch true crime, but
true. I research a lot.
maybe you like to search for missing people because you're trying to get ideas.
Hey, this is a cool little spot.
Oh yeah, this is like a...
It's very rough coming through here, but it... Man, if you can get down
Well, honestly, there's like nobody up here, so I would probably just park like back where we were. I don't think I'd come like all the way over here.
No.
It looks like a vehicle.
No, it's a cabin.
Is it? I don't know. It's so hard to see. Should we go down and check it out? What? Animal hair? Is it fresh? Uh-oh. I don't know if you should be touching it. It probably has bacteria on it. No, don't touch me. Gross. So we spotted this creepy thing from up on the hill, and it looks like almost looks like a makeshift shack or something. Keep in mind, I would never approach something like this by myself. But since I have big, strong men, property boundary, okay. Okay, so so this is private property, but that is the creepiest thing. Oh my God. Is that a porta potty next to it?
It's like a fridge, actually. It's a fridge just sitting out there.
Okay, so we're just...
Cross the boundary.
Yep, so we're just gonna stay right back here, but that is creepy. Like, this is stuff you hear about in the crime shows. Like serial killers living in those places.
Weird hobo cabin out here. It looks pretty not great, but it could be a hunter's cabin also. Some hunters might have it out here and camp out here while they're hunting and hunting season. Definitely has seen better days, so that's for sure.
Yikes, that's so creepy. This really is something.
Yeah, so you see all the devastation in the forest you can see in
Yeah.
the regrowth.
Yeah.
There's like a fire back in like, I want to say 2011 or something. Really wiped this place out.
Good morning, everybody. It is a spectacular day in Greer, Arizona. I woke up, it was 62 in the van. Yeah, we're almost in July. Yes, please. As you can see, though, I really need to wash my hair. So, there's going to be rain the next few days. But you guys know me. I don't go long without washing my hair and everything. I typically wash it every other day, but there's been an extra day in between just because of travels and because of weather. There's a rock in my shoe. Nah, stop. So I'm just going to get out my bucket and my shower, heat up some water, and just wash my hair because it's itchy and I'll feel so much better once it's done. I'm heating up a kettle of water because it's cold. My water's cold. I put just a little bit in here, but I just need enough to wash my hair. So it is sprinkling out, but that's what the forecast is going to be for the next 5 days. So just got to handle it. And how nice that we have like the place to ourselves. It's still blowing my mind though that like this is Arizona. It's just wild. Avoid homeless men standing on the side of the road. Don't die. So as you guys can tell, Brock's excited to see this scenic bridge that I saw on Google Maps. And it's weird because like I'm afraid of bridges, but I also really think they're dope because it's cool architecture. So I'm gonna go check it out. It's only 3 minutes from our campsite. Okay, y'all, we made it to this bridge. It's raining. I washed my hair, but you know, it's just a cool little wooden bridge.
The troll bridge.
The troll bridge.
Remember, you're gonna go into the bridge through the troll.
Yeah, and I'm gonna collect tolls from everybody who passes. Y'all, I came prepared with my umbrella. I left Winston in the van because I am concerned about him overexerting himself in this elevation. We're not going to go far. It's in the 50s out, so he's comfortable in the van. I also have my lunch heating up in my Hot Logic. But yeah, it's an adventure. Okay, so how far into the trail are we? Like not even a mile, probably? What do you think? Not even half a mile. Okay, so Apache trout fish barrier. I remember seeing on your video that bullet hole. That's unfortunate.
Yeah, disappointing.
Yeah, it's very disappointing. As a responsible firearms owner, nothing peeves me more than irresponsible firearms owners. It's actually way more fun to do this in the rain. Oh, I might not need my umbrella much longer. Hi, so Winston's doing good. It only got up to 68 in the van. I mean, I had the windows cracked and it's gorgeous out, so please don't come at me. But I was heating up my leftover sandwich in the Hot Logic while Brock and I were on the trail, so now it's time to eat and share with my kiddo. Bye! Oh, there goes my buddy. I'm sad. I'm legit bummed. We had like such a fun 48 hours. And we're both smartasses with very sarcastic senses of humor, and we had a blast. So, but he's headed back to the valley, and Winston and I shall continue on. All right, y'all, the solo part of my trip has officially begun. Now that Brock and I have parted ways, it's just me out here, me and Winston, me and kiddo. So what's nice is that, let's see, when did I leave? I left Wednesday. Hi, are you happy? Are you running? Good boy. Happy boy. I left Wednesday, then I was like at my mom's, and then, well, I guess I was alone in Sholo for a night, then Brock met up with me. So, but this begins the next 7 days of being solo until I meet up with Stacy and Kim in Colorado. So somebody asked me the other day on a video, like, are you ever like alone? Yeah, of course. I did van life for 2.5 years, completely by myself, completely solo. Now I actually have a preference for companionship. Meeting up with my friends, I'm very particular about who I travel and camp with, though. Winston is so happy. This weather is so good. But I prefer companionship. So like a trip like this where I'm going to be on the road for 3 weeks or however long, hung out with Brock, then I'm solo, see the girls, then solo, you know, so it's just finding a balance is really great. So I see some blue sky. I'm going to put out my solar and see if I can get anything. There's rain in the forecast the next 5 days. My thing is, though, right now it's like so cool in Greer. It's not going to get above 74 this coming week, but I need to move on. But New Mexico, like even southern Colorado, it's going to be pretty warm by the end of the week, like 90. So I don't really know how long I'm going to stay in Greer. I think a couple more days at least, because I want to be where I'm happy and comfortable and where the weather is nice. And there's so much more for me to still do around this area. But I want to make sure that Winston and I have a chance to take it easy, especially because we are at 9,000 feet, which, man, it does take a toll. Kiddo has a smartphone. So you might be wondering, Amanda, now that you're alone and you don't really have cell service, what are you going to do? Well, funny you should ask. I just put out my solar because we have had rain, and I can charge up my small power stations via my van when I drive, but not my Vitomin 1500 because I will blow a fuse. And I am out of breath because At 9,000 feet, it's just a little more difficult to breathe. So I just set it out since it's not raining. Even though it's not like super sunny out by any means, I'll be able to get a little bit of solar. So I did that. I am organizing because my van is a mess and I've been throwing stuff everywhere because I went from being super hot and humid and needing all of my fans and cooling towels to needing a beanie and sweatpants and long sleeves. So I have some cleaning and organizing to do. I haven't been worrying about it because Brock and I have been busy. I've been dealing with wet paws and all sorts of stuff, but now that it's 3 p.m. and I'm solo, I can get all of that stuff done. I just spent the last hour and a half cleaning my van. It's crazy how dirty it got in such a short period of time, but because we're camping and there's rain, so I am making a cheeseburger. We've had a reprieve in the rain. I did put out my solar, but it was just kind of pointless. So it's 4 o'clock now, and Kiddo and I are going to share a burger. We finished eating. I did my dishes, put my table away. I don't want anything extra to be out in the rain. Although I did take that blue thing up there, that's a tarp, so I can just put that over Winston's playpen and my chair tonight, but otherwise everything else is put away. And we are just resting. It's chilly out, and it was another busy day. Right now in the van, it is a very comfortable 64. So I am working on editing a video, and then we will put on a movie. I have a pretty bad cell service right here. The service is only good enough to like send a text or make a phone call. So tomorrow I will go into town, upload the video, and in the meantime, I have some downloaded movies that we can enjoy. Good morning, beautiful people. It is a very comfortable 63 degrees in the van, and we actually have some sun shining this morning in Greer. I think it's going to be short-lived, a couple of hours. Not enough to get out my solar because I'm heading to a campground on Wednesday to get my big power station all charged up and just do something different. But in the meantime, I have a kiddo here, and it's about 9 a.m. I'm drinking my coffee. I fully admit there were a couple of times last night where I got a little bit nervous. It does happen to me every now and then. Honestly, when I'm in a place and I'm alone and I'm far away from people, I don't get scared because nobody knows I'm there, right? But at this particular location, there were a couple of vehicles that passed through last night on the dirt road. There was a cyclist. There was some other traffic. It's a great spot, but people could see me. And to me, that's a little more risky than nobody seeing you at all. So, but everything's good. I made it through the night, and there were no bears or human predators. So, I'm going to finish my coffee, clean up the van, and then I think we are going to head into town. We are all packed up, ready to go. The van is clean, as you can see. So I'm going to town, which is like 10 minutes from my campsite. I need to get a video uploaded, so I'm not sure how long I'm going to be in town. The first thing I'm going to do when I get there is start the upload because I know even in town, the service isn't, incredible. So I fulfilled the rest of the Potograph orders yesterday, but I didn't have enough internet to look up the addresses that I'm sending them to, so I will be finishing that in town as well, and then dropping them at the post office. So the last 8 orders or so that I got were a little bit delayed just because of my travel the last few days. So those will get in the mail. There's a picnic area I'm interested in checking out. We might get lunch. I might check out like a couple gift shops. And then my friend Sarah recommended a campsite about 25 minutes north of here. And she told me that there's wild antelope in the area. So, and it has good Verizon service. So I think maybe we'll go check that out. I have 2 potential campsites today, and but honestly, I can always come back here. So there's so much to do and see in Greer in terms of nature. I wish I would have seen a little bit more wildlife. I'm kind of surprised I didn't see like at least a bunch of deer around this area. The closest thing that I saw to wildlife was Brock, because he kind of looks like Sasquatch a little bit. But yeah, you know, that's not very exciting. So we will see what the rest of the day brings, but I'm gonna wrap up this video because I need to add it to the video I'm going to upload in town. So thank you guys so much for taking the time to watch this video all the way through. I surely do appreciate you as usual, and I will see you next time.